Yeah, I watched that series back in 2006, followed it along, so I'm happy to see that you're doing well now. And I read on your website that you said that you were living a lie and more concerned about how things looked than how they really were.
Absolutely. Too often we try to make people think we're something that we're not, or we want to look better than we really feel inside. Our outside is a reflection. So I did. I feel like I was living a lie. I was giving the portrayal of myself that I felt like people wanted to see. And talking about money was very difficult, and that lie caused me to just live in a lot of debt and have a lot of problems financially with my family that spilled over beyond just the money, but it was very difficult to live that lie.
But the experience changed your life.
Absolutely, absolutely. When we decided to accept our truth about money and acknowledge where we really were in money, and that we were in control of changing that, regardless of what the perception was or how people saw us, we had to make that change for ourselves and our family. And once we decided to accept our truth, there came the change and the opportunity to make that difference and be better off financially and otherwise.
Yeah, so let's talk about your 3 steps to end the paycheck to paycheck madness.
Sure.
And the first of those is accepting your money truth.
Absolutely. You have to be willing to accept your truth financially. Too often we don't want to look at it. We don't want to acknowledge where we really are. Are we bringing in enough to cover what we've got going out? Are we looking at all the little expenses that we spend every day, buying for our kids, doing for ourselves? We have to be real about our financial situation, where we are, where we want to go with that. And that sometimes means letting go of some of your old money beliefs and value systems that may have been taught to you. So you've got to go back and really dig and figure out where that is, and then get to that point of truth. Where am I today? Why am I here? And how can I move beyond that?
Right. You say we also need to, after we do that, track and journal.
Absolutely.
And budget.
Absolutely. They go hand in hand. Oftentimes, once we do know where we are, or even trying to figure out our truth, we have to have a system. So writing down what you spend every day for about 5 to 7 days will give you an idea of where you are financially. What am I spending? Where am I spending money wrong? Where am I not making wise spending decisions every day? And if you can actually see that, it makes it very real to you as to, can I make this change? Can I not? Am I already living without the ability to do any better? If so, do I need to increase my income, or what do I need to do? It allows you to create a budget, because if you know what's coming in and what's going out, you're going to make better financial decisions because you planned for it. And some people have a budget and they just need to revise their budget.
Right.
So, and that will help you revise your budget to be more realistic.
So did you and your husband do that as a couple, or did you do yours and then he did his?
When we started out, we did them separately so that we could be more real and honest with one another, and coming together and saying, okay, what are you doing and what am I doing? What we can both cut out. So we did it separately in the beginning, but now as a couple, we try to keep up with it, because we now have a budget, we have a plan.
Right.
We're working together toward the same goal. So therefore, we share our tracking and do it together now.
Okay, and your third step is to commit to the process. What does that mean?
Absolutely. You have to commit. I often have troubles and challenges just because I've gone through the process. Doesn't mean that it's a one-size-fits-all and I'm never going to have mistakes again or make bad decisions or have a vulnerable financial moment. But when I do that, I have to commit to the process. I have to say, I messed up, but let me go back to what my plan was. Let me stick to what my plan was. So acknowledging that I made a mistake, being okay with it, but constantly going back to what my goal is and knowing where I'm going, because the decisions that I make today and how I spend my money is going to determine my future spending for my money.
Right. So you don't have Gene Chatsky barking down your neck anymore.
Yeah.
So how do you stay on track? I mean, how do you keep yourself from overspending or making some of those same mistakes that got you on the Oprah Winfrey Show back in 2006?
Right. Well, I do make mistakes at times, but as I said, really tracking it and looking at it, using cash oftentimes more so than the debit card or the credit card. I try to use different envelopes. I categorize gas, food, transportation. So I try to be very real with my money and keep it tangible and present and in front of me, so that I'm not tempted to make the mistakes by pulling out that card or not realizing what I'm doing. I also use a QuickBooks system, so that every day I'm entering what I'm spending, keeping the receipts, and come home and entering it right away, so that I'm in real time what I'm doing with my money and I know what's going on. And it links to my account, so it pulls everything down when I do swipe that card. So every day it gives me a real picture of what I'm doing, which forces me to be real about what I need to keep doing or stop doing. So I have to stay in my truth.
Right.
I have to stay in my truth.
Great information, Lisa. It's
Thank you.
great to meet you, and glad that you and your family are doing well.
Thank you.